Yes, please. So this is what the Galileo's experiment, which have been done, and you have to do the practically also. So now, from this, what the final conclusion will, like, we can summarize that fully. So based upon the facts, it has been summarized that if the external force is zero, what is that, guys? If the external force is zero, then what is happening? Two things will happen. If the external force is zero, then the body which is in state of rest, what is happening, Hari? The body which is in uniform motion, two things will happen. What is happening, guys? You should speak. If external force is zero, then you have to remember that a body at rest continues to be at rest, and a body in motion continues to move with a uniform velocity. So that is what the conclusion, that experiments we have been summarized from the Galileo's experiment. Now, these ideas only suggested by Galileo were later formulated into what? Formulated into a law, that is what, by Newton's. Actually, it is given by Galileo's. Galileo's has been made summarize that a body which is in state of rest continues to be at rest, and body which is in motion continues to be moved with a uniform velocity, unless when, guys? Unless an external force applied. Understand? If the external force is zero, the body remains in state of rest, and the body which is in motion remains in state of motion. Yes or no, Hari? So that is what. So from this summarization only, the Newton's forms a law. That is what the first law of Newton, then we can call it as Newton's first law of motion. What is the first one? Newton's first law of motions. That is what we can say. Newton's first law of motion, everyone. So this is what totally Newton's given how many laws? How many laws? 3 laws. Understand? But this is what first law. So of course Newton's first law we'll study, but the Newton's totally given 3 laws of motion. Newton's first law of motion, Newton's second law of motion, and Newton's third law of motion. So what is the experiment given idea for Newton's first law of motion? Galileo's experiment. Understand? So that Galileo's experiment only given idea for the Newtons to make the first law of motion. That is what? Newton's first law of motion, which we will study in the next class. Now we will study Newton's laws of motion. What is this Newton's laws of motion? So you tell me, anybody, Newton's laws of motion will describe what, guys? What it will describe? It will describe the, forget about Newton's first law. So keep all of you keep heading. Newton's laws of motion. Newton's laws of motion. So totally how many laws given, Kaushik? Newton has given 3 laws. Do you understand? So this all the 3 laws will describe the motion of a body. Please all of you write it. It will describe the what? It will describe the all these 3 laws. They will describe the motion of a bodies. Okay, so that is what it is. So these laws, that is why we can say it is called as Newton's laws of motion. And this Newton's laws of motion will give you the precise definition of force and relationship between force applied on a body and the state of motion acquired by it. So in exam, they might be asked you, what Newton's laws will give you? What Newton's laws will give you, guys? It will give you the precise definition of, please all of you write it, precise definition of force, precise definition of force. Next, write it. And establish a relationship between, and establish a relationship between whom, guys? Force applied, relationship between force applied on a body, force applied on a body, and The state of motion acquired by it. The state of motion acquired by it. Is it okay? Ready? Have you understand what is the importance of Newton's laws? Newton's laws, how many? Newton's first law of motion, Newton's second law of motion, or Newton's, what is that, guys? Newton's third law of motion. Okay, so these are the three laws. So these three laws will give you what? They will give you the describe the motion of a moving bodies, and they'll give you the precise definition of force. What is the force exactly, and how we need to establish the relationship between the force which we applied and as well as motion acquired by the body. So this is what is the importance of Newton's laws. Understand? Vartini, Kaushik, any doubt? Ask me. Arun Kailash, Akilan. So this is what. So totally how many laws, guys? Newton's first law of motion, Newton's second law of motion, Newton's third law of motion. Remember, Newton's first law idea. Newton got the idea from whom, guys? Newton got the idea from
Galileo.
Galileo. So that is why this one also we can call it as Galileo law of motion. So please, all of you remember that. Also we can call it as what? Newton's first law of motion. Also we can call it as Galileo's law of motion. So please, all of you write it. Newton's first law of motion, also called as Newton's first law of motion, also is to called as Newton's first law of motion, also is to called Galileo law of motion. Okay, so Galileo law of motion, not strike the motion word and you write inertia, I-N-E-R-T-I-A, inertia, I-N-E-R-T-I-A, I-N-E-R-T-I-A, inertia. What we used to call? Newton's first law of motion is also used to called as Galileo's law of inertia. Galileo's law of inertia. Galileo's law of inertia. Is it okay, everyone? So this is what it is. So for tomorrow's class, I will show you some experiments. You have to be get ready with that. If you have been get ready with that, then we'll proceed with the tomorrow's one. Is it okay, guys? Yes, please. Yeah. Galileo, Galileo's. So tomorrow's class, what you will do means take a one white tumbler. You have a glass in our home. White tumbler. Do you have glass in our home? White tumbler. So everyone get ready with that. Next one, take one 5 rupees coin. How many rupees coin ready? 5 rupees coin, and as well as one piece of cardboard, like square or rectangle. Better you take square, this one, square piece. So that is what. So to prove that Newton's first law of motion, this is the simplest experiment which we will do. So you all people, tomorrow I will show you in video, and video not, I will do it in front of you, and you have to do in our home, like at the same time. Is it okay, guys? Everybody? So that is what. So one white tumbler. Next one, what is that? One 5 rupees coin. Next one cardboard piece. So these are the things you have to be make it ready, okay, for tomorrow's class. And remaining all the things with practical things, that experiments I will teach you, and even real life experiments. How many of you traveled in bus, guys? Have you traveled in bus? Yes, please. Everyone ready? Have you traveled?
Yes,
Kaushik, most of you, I think, traveled in bus. Now, sometimes you can see, guys, when you are standing or when you are sitting in seat also, no problem. I think most of you traveled in car. Car is comfortable for you. Yes or no, guys? Now, suddenly when your father applied brakes, you can see you all people will fall down, fall front. You will go and will hit, your head will hit the front seat. Yes or no, guys?
yes, sir.
Yes, that is what. Even during accidents, what will happen? Why a driver will hit the steering? Why he will hit the steering? That is what it is. We will move into the forward direction. Yes or no? Ready? Same way. when you can see when you are standing on the bus, suddenly the bus driver will start the bus. Then you will see you will fall into the backward direction. Yes or no, guys? You might be notice it. Yes, please. That is
Yes,
what.
sir.
If not, next time you all people need to board the bus and you have to experiment also your own. You have to get experience. So tomorrow, with a practical way, I will try to explain the Newton's first law of motion with well understanding manner. Definitely will understand. So that is what you will feel. Of course, today if you travel anybody in bus, you can try to get that experience. When bus driver stops, bus is stopped in the bus bay or else bus stop. Okay, I'm showing the car now. Okay, not bus. So now suddenly you are standing. Suddenly this is the bus. So you are standing. Suddenly the driver will start moving like a sudden jerk. Now you will definitely. I'm saying you'll feel backward. You'll feel what? Backward direction. Okay. Now buses keep on moving. Buses keep on moving. Now suddenly you will apply the brakes. What it will do, guys? You'll apply the brakes. Now you are standing. Okay. Now by this time you'll fall what, guys? You'll fall into the what? Forward. Okay. So this is the quite common thing which we people will observe. But this is very rarely only. Sudden jerk he will give, then only we will feel this. But this one, 100% everybody will feel when you are traveling in car or when you are traveling in bus or not. Yes or no, guys? Brakes is applied. Yes, please respond. Everybody. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That is what. So all I know that everybody you are already experienced. So once I will explain this Newton's laws, Newton's first law, then whenever you are traveling, 100% you people will feel that Newton's first law from the tomorrow. So wherever you will travel. So let it be. So with this, I will stop the today's class. So all of you make it ready, the things which I told you to be for the next class. And tomorrow we'll continue from here and we'll make the things well. Thank you all of you. Bye everybody.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.